Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Get Healthy Talladega County Show. I'm Lori Corley. Thank you for joining us today. The Get Healthy Talladega County Network is a partnership between many in our community who want to provide the best health and wellness services available in the state of Alabama. We have many partners who you will see rolling today across our screen, and we'll have one or a couple on with us today. Come right back and join us for the Get Healthy Talladega County Show.
Many of us actually do it. What's the point? Every time you toss out something that could be recycled, you're throwing away money. Recyclables are valuable, and when items like these are recycled, they are sold to businesses and made into new products. Alabama's recycling industry employs thousands of people, and more recycling equals more jobs, which equals more money put back in your local economy. See, recycling just makes sense. Let us show you how recycling works in and for Alabama.
You can count on Town and Country Cleaners located at 112 Fort Williams in Sylacauga and 1222 Cherokee Road in Alexander City for all of your cleaning needs. We offer daily specials for all of your laundering and dry cleaning. From laundering your favorite shirt to shoe repair and shine, it's Town and Country Cleaners in Sylacauga and Alexander City.
Camping World would like to introduce you to a whole new world. Say hello to a fresh day. Step out to adventure. Explore and discover an amazing world. Be in arm's reach of wonderful. Camping World, the #1 RV and camping expert, wants you to say hello to a whole new world.
Say hello to great deals during the RV sales event. Visit your local Camping World today.
The gift you've been looking for is waiting at Carden's Gift Cottage on West Fort Williams. Our friendly staff will show you cool raincoats and all kinds of carry bags, neat signs and heavenly scents, colorful lamps and fun beds for the kids, custom car tags and monograms and just about everything. Plus, new items show up all the time. We'll even wrap it for you too. Heck, we'll even rent you a U-Haul trailer or truck to get it all home. All this, and we make keys too at Carden's in Sylacauga.
Welcome back to the Get Healthy Talladega County Show, and thank you for joining us today. With me today, beginning, is Margaret Morton, who is the Executive Director of Safe Family Services here in Sylacauga and the primary partner and fiscal agent of the Get Healthy Talladega County Network grant that was approved through HRSA last year. Welcome. Thank you, Margaret, for being here.
Thank you, Lori. It's a pleasure to be here today. And today is I think a very special day. You won't be seeing my face moving forward because I'm here today to basically introduce our new network director for the Get Healthy Talladega County Network, but to also not say goodbye to, but to thank Lori Corley, who has served in that position for a little bit over a year until she was snapped away from us by one of our primary partners, East Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission. And you know you have a star student when somebody else wants that student.
Well,
and I just wanted to take this opportunity formally on behalf of the Talladega County Get Healthy Talladega County Network, to thank you for all that you have done. And I know as we move forward, the exciting part is that Lori remains with us as a primary partner and representative of East Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission as their deputy director.
Yes,
so
thank you.
We're not saying goodbye.
No.
We're just saying we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. When Lori announced that she would be leaving this position and moving to her new position, we sort of went into panic mode, wondering how we would fill her shoes. And as I would say luck would have it, or as the best plan in the world would have it, we have been able to recruit back to our corner of the world a young lady who has been with us before as an employee of SAFE and has been very intimately involved with much of the work that we are expanding through Get Healthy Talladega County, and that's Nancy Dixon. Nancy served as a special services coordinator for our programs at SAFE, and then she was snapped away from us by Horizon and Coosa Valley Medical Center's Senior Behavioral Unit as their marketing person and community educator. However, the Lord had a plan, and we're so glad that He has that plan to bring her back to us. She has been hired by Coosa Valley Medical Center as the Get Healthy Talladega County Network Director, and we are delighted to have her because she brings a wealth of experience and knowledge and community involvement across the county and really across the region. So what we have here today is a wonderful combination of an integration of talents and resources to move this network forward. And the leadership is leadership at a very professional level, and leadership that is going to take us to the next level. And that is through, thank you, Lori, for your work with the network, and we look forward to your work with East Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission. And thank you, Nancy, for rejoining us in our efforts to create a culture of wellness for Talladega County at virtually every level, prenatally to grave, supporting and strengthening families, and working together at a level that has really, I think, has demonstrated such amazing effectiveness and impact, and we're moving the needle in Talladega County. And we are so blessed and fortunate to have these young women, these young leaders, to take us to the next level. So some of those of us who have been around a while can turn it over and look forward to that. And we are going to continue our Get Healthy Talladega County show. We will be tag teaming at some point between Lori and Nancy, and what an exciting opportunity that is going to be. We're going to be celebrating and we're going to be educating, and you are going to see the beginnings of that. You have seen the beginnings of that when we started back in January with Lori as our spokesperson, and then moving forward with both Lori and Nancy working together to educate, to give the audience a lot of information that you can use every single day to be well, and then to celebrate all that is happening across our county and our region. It is pretty phenomenal, and it's worth celebration, and it's worth hearing the good news, and so that's what we're going to be doing moving forward. And I just want to say thank you to both of you. This is an exciting time for Get Healthy Talladega County. This is an exciting time for our county and region.
Well, thank you, Margaret. And I don't know about you, Nancy, but when she talks about young women leaders, I just want to say that I came back to the state of Alabama to work with Margaret Morton, and it has been my honor and privilege, and I thank her for her leadership and her example and mentorship, because without that, we would not have this in Talladega County, and I'm sure you agree.
I absolutely agree. Margaret has been a mentor of mine for a long time, and the level of leadership that she provides is like none other.
Yeah. So we thank you, Margaret.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back to talk about some of the great things that are going on in Talladega County. Come right back and join us.
The greatest threat to law enforcement isn't criminals, it's drivers. Roadside crashes are the #1 cause of death for police and state troopers. And not just them. Tow truck drivers, maintenance workers, risking their lives every day. Alabama's Move Over law requires you to safely move over when you see flashing lights on the roadside. And if you can't move over, slow down. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Robo Motors, the name folks around here have counted on since 1986 for quality pre-owned vehicles. At Robo Motors, we can take care of everything, even the loan approval, right here on our lot. From absolute luxury to the tops in practicality, you'll find your ride at Robo. See Dick Wright today for the car or truck you've been looking for. And we can also take care of your storage needs at our many warehouses on Highway 280. Robo Motors, next to Wright Tire Service.
Camping World, the #1 RV and camping expert, would like to introduce you to a whole new world. Say hello to new thrills. Get to know your crew. Moments become great memories. Take a new look. Enjoy freedom. Discover amazing. Say hello to a whole new world. Visit campingworld.com.
The gift you've been looking for is waiting at Carden's Gift Cottage on West Fort Williams. Our friendly staff will show you cool raincoats and all kinds of carry bags, neat signs and heavenly scents, colorful lamps and fun beds for the kids, custom car tags and monograms and just about everything. Plus, new items show up all the time. We'll even wrap it for you too. Heck, we'll even rent you a U-Haul trailer or truck to get it all home. All this, and we make keys too at Carden's in Sylacauga.
Welcome back, and we're going to continue our conversation with Nancy Dixon for a few moments just to learn more about you, Nancy, for some of our viewers who may not know you. And then we're going to show a little video about a special check presentation we had yesterday in the garden at SAFE, in the Sylacauga Grows Community Garden. But you worked at SAFE before for a while, I guess. So tell us what you did there before.
Sure, I did. I worked at SAFE from 2001 to 2009. So
Okay.
it was 8 years, and when I first started working there, Lori, I believe there were about 10 or 11 of
Wow.
us. We used to meet in a small little room, and there were just a few of us for staff meetings. So all of these programs began to grow, and we developed a parish nurse program across the county. So that grant actually brought our county together. We had providers from the north end and the south end of the county working together to improve the health care of Talladega County. And so it is so exciting to see what has happened over the past 6 years, how much the partners have strengthened. The partnership has grown, and it is just this whole, when Margaret was talking about the culture of wellness, how much that has changed to the good since I left SAFE to go to the hospital 6 years ago.
So you were really on the beginning, the groundbreaking of building the Get Healthy Talladega County network in 2001, and now you're getting to come back and see it through to fruition, and then also to moving forward to be a standard across the state and nation as far as rural health networks go, building those relationships. And we know with the state of Medicaid as it is right now in Alabama, we're moving to more regional care organizations and the integrated care networks, that those partnerships for health care are so important.
Right.
And you started that with the parish nurses. So you had parish nurses in both the hospitals or in many churches, and I know that's one of your great loves as well, because you're working on your master's, right? And is it in divinity?
Well, actually, right now I'm working on a master or a graduate certificate in women's ministry, and we'll see how that springboards into a master's. Absolutely.
Well, wonderful. So that parish nurse work, and parish nurses are some of the best care providers, I believe, in rural health networks, because they're really able to drill down to the level of their parishioners that they work with through their faith communities, and then build upon that and share information as well. But yesterday we had a great check presentation from Alabama Power, and I can see that you helped to establish the roots of the Get Healthy Talladega County network, and now you're seeing that come to fruition. And yesterday we had the Good Roots grant presentation at the Garden for Sylacauga Grows, behind the office there at SAFE at 78 Betsy Ross Lane. And then now those trees that were donated through the Good Roots grant will be placed, I believe it is, in 8 elementary and middle schools around the county. And then those trees will serve a dual purpose. One, just to beautify and also teach children about growing trees, but then they will bear fruit as well. So that's really a great program that Alabama Power provides. And we're going to take a quick look at the presentation from yesterday, and I believe Dr. Steve Marlowe was there from Alabama Power to do the check presentation. So we're going to roll that tape quickly so you can see the garden and how those trees will be made to bring up and bear fruit.
At the Sylacauga Grows Community Garden, where you see that we are watering some of our wonderful trees in the fruit orchard.
I'd like to take this opportunity myself to thank Alabama Power for all their support too. We feel so fortunate to have all this out here, and I think it's very appropriate we use this with our young people, because our trees and our young people are the two real renewable resources that we have. If you put those two together, we might keep our young people here in town just by letting them learn how to grow things and share that with their children, and they can come back years from now and bring their grandchildren and say, see this tree, it was planted in my honor. And I would like to remind that everything out here is given away. We don't sell anything but our honey, and everything else is given to the care house, the soup kitchens, and people that are hungry. So it's a win-win for everybody. And, we love money.
Allison and I are honored to be here today to present a check on behalf of the Alabama Power Company Foundation to SAFE for their work in Sylacauga Grows in the community garden. And the Good Roots Grant is one of those very special programs that we have because it can impact the community in many ways. When we plant trees, it's good for the environment. It's good aesthetically. It brings beauty to an area. But in this case, I think it's even more special because it also serves the purpose of feeding a community. So the trees that are planted through this grant not only make the area beautiful, help the environment, but it also really makes an impact on the nutrition and the healthy lifestyle of people in our community. So we're very honored to be a part of this program and to have contributed in some way to it.
I just wanted to thank Steve and Allison for coming from Alabama Power, presenting us with the Good Roots Grant check. It has been a pleasure working with them for the last 3 years. As you've heard earlier from Bill and Margaret, what a wonderful chance this has been for Sylacauga and the Community Grows Garden. Not only have the trees that we have gotten with our grants affected the Sylacauga Grows Community Garden, but all 3 school systems. We have fruit trees in Talladega City, Talladega County, and Sylacauga City schools, as well as here in the garden. So thank you again to Alabama Power for the impact that you make, not only on our community, but communities statewide. They are a wonderful partner.
So we saw Debbie Adair there, who's the Special Services Coordinator for Sylacauga Grows and many other programs at SAFE, and also Mr. Bill Roberts, who is the Master Gardener, Chief Gardener at the Sylacauga Grows community garden. And one of the most important things for people to know about that is what Bill mentioned, is that all the fruits and vegetables that are grown there and that are paid for, the work that's paid for through grants are given back and fed to people in this community. And it's such a wonderful opportunity for children, and we do many things to come out and see the garden, and many of them don't know how those fruits and vegetables get to their table, and they're able to do that through the garden, and that's just so important for our community. And like Bill said, I mean, he's a longtime Sylacauga resident. I remember him telling stories of being with your father-in-law at First Baptist Church years ago, but to set those roots and let the children see in 50 or 60 years how those trees are bearing fruit, and it's a wonderful aspect of the Sylacauga Grows program.
It is, when I was there yesterday at the check presentation, that was the first day I had walked through the garden in a little bit of time, and the garden started, I believe it was around 2008 when we had the economic downturn, and we did a community needs assessment, and that was the biggest need that we had, according to that assessment, was food and access to healthy food. And to see the garden is just flourishing, and all the community hours, volunteer hours that have spent under the direction of Bill Roberts. Yes, it's just amazing. It is. It's just a culmination of again, these primary partners and these partnerships throughout the county that are making that happen. And Bill has just been a huge blessing to lead that. And if you haven't been to the garden, I'll tell the community, if you have not been to the garden, come look. It is a sight to see. Everything is in bloom right now, and there's peaches and beans and blackberries and all kinds of fruits that are blooming right now or growing.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and talk with our guest today. And I'm going to let you introduce him. Okay. And so we'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Recycling, it's nothing new, but how many of us actually do it? What's the point? Every time you toss out something that could be recycled, you're throwing away money. Recyclables are valuable, and when items like these are recycled, they are sold to businesses and made into new products. Alabama's recycling industry employs thousands of people, and more recycling equals more jobs, which equals more money put back in your local economy. See, recycling just makes sense. Let us show you how recycling works in and for Alabama.
You can count on Town and Country Cleaners located at 112 Fort Williams in Sylacauga and 1222 Cherokee Road in Alexander City for all of your cleaning needs. We offer daily specials for all of your laundering and dry cleaning. From laundering your favorite shirt to shoe repair and shine, it's Town and Country Cleaners in Sylacauga and Alexander City.
Camping World would like to introduce you to a whole new world. Say hello to a fresh day. Step out to adventure. Explore and discover an amazing world. Be in arm's reach of wonderful. Camping World, the #1 RV and camping expert, wants you to say hello to a whole new world.
Say hello to great deals during the RV sales event. Visit your local Camping World today.
The gift you've been looking for is waiting at Carden's Gift Cottage on West Fort Williams. Our friendly staff will show you cool raincoats and all kinds of carry bags, neat signs and heavenly scents, colorful lamps and fun beds for the kids, custom car tags and monograms and just about everything. Plus, new items show up all the time. We'll even wrap it for you too. Heck, we'll even rent you a U-Haul trailer or truck to get it all home. All this, and we make keys too at Carden's in Sylacauga.
Welcome back to the Get Healthy Talladega County show. And as I said before, I'm Lori Corley, and with me today on her first venture as the network director of Get Healthy Talladega County is Nancy Dixon, and she's brought a special guest to join us today.
Yes, I did. Today we have Donnell Lewis with us. I got acquainted with Donnell just a couple of months ago. He is the service coordinator with New Vision at Coosa Valley Medical Center, and this is a brand new service to Coosa Valley Medical Center. Welcome, Donnell.
Thank you for having me.
We are so glad to have you.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, we would like to know about New Vision and what are the services that you are providing at Coosa Valley Medical Center?
Okay, New Vision is basically an inpatient medical stabilization service, and what we do is persons whom are withdrawing off of drugs and alcohol, we treat them and let them withdraw in a more humane way in a medical setting, and we have drugs that we give them. It's basically a medical detox in layman's terms, but it's just a medical stabilization. It's inpatient at Coosa Valley.
Okay, wonderful. Now, how long has New Vision been here accepting patients at Coosa Valley?
We started seeing patients on April the 5th at Coosa Valley. New Vision is basically a subsidiary of the healthcare system. We're in over 100 hospitals, and we have been servicing patients since 1992. So it's not a new service. We just new to Coosa Valley.
Wonderful. How did this relationship, this partnership come up to be here?
Well, basically, New Vision cares about communities, and we partnered with Coosa Valley because Coosa Valley cares about the surrounding area in Talladega County, and we reach out to Coosa County as well and other surrounding counties. Coosa Valley, if you look around, you can see Coosa Valley everywhere, and they really care about everything that's happening in the area. Coosa Valley has an array of services, and this is just another service that's offered. So New Vision wanted to partner with Coosa Valley because Coosa Valley is everywhere. And so what we wanted to do is we wanted to offer a much needed service to the community because people are often addicted to prescription drugs or alcohol or benzodiazepines, and then this area has like methamphetamine or a cocaine issue. So if we can help with all of that.
Wow. This is, as we've been talking about Get Healthy, Talladega County, this has been one of the, well, not just our county, but we're seeing this across the state and the nation. The number of our loved ones, our families, just people that are getting addicted to substances, and it's detrimental. I don't know anybody that's not affected with a family member by this. Exactly. And what kinds of things, Donnell, have you seen so far? I mean, have you seen some good outcomes, or tell us kind of what you're seeing in Talladega County?
We are seeing a lot of alcoholism, and we treated a lot of alcohol patients. There are new medications coming out every day that treats for alcohol, but we have had success stories where we have had persons whom have come through the service, have utilized the service. They actually have called back to the hospital, and their family members as well as said, this is just the most wonderful thing that could have happened to my loved one. Or the actual person would call and say, I wish this service would have been here a long time ago, because now my life is on track. I'm able to maintain a job. I'm able to carry on a conversation with my loved one without being combative, because they're going through the withdrawal symptoms. They don't feel well themselves. So if they don't feel well themselves, of course they're not going to treat other people like they should. So we've had great success stories. But alcoholism is the bulk of the patients that we've treated in this area.
Do most people that come to your program self-refer, or are they referred through another doctor? How do people get involved with your program at Coosa Valley?
We partnership with primary care physicians, drug treatment centers, therapists, counselors, but what they do is these are direct admit patients. So they can be referred by those entities I just mentioned, or they can see a commercial or see this on TV and they could call the hospital or our direct number, which is 256-401-4420, and then we have an assessment piece where we assess them to make sure that they are appropriate for our service. But if they're not appropriate for our service, then we refer them to an agency that can help them. Everyone that calls will get or be directed into the direction that they need to go. We don't just because we can't help you, we'll say, okay, too bad. We refer them to where they need to go. So, and we work with drug courts, CROs, court referral officers. So we have a lot of avenues that patients come to us.
So you talked a little bit about an appropriate person for your program. Who is that appropriate person? The appropriate person would be the person that has utilize one of the drugs that we medically stabilize for, which will be any opiates, pain pills, heroin. Heroin is slowly creeping into this area, benzodiazepine, which is your Xanax, Klonopin, etc., and alcohol. Now we do treat for patients that have become addicted to methamphetamines or cocaine because they're uppers, and they inadvertently create addictions to downers because they can't stay up the whole time. So they would take a benzodiazepine such as Xanax, or they would drink. So what we would do is we would stabilize for them withdrawing off of that, the Xanax or the alcohol, and then make that appropriate referral to deal with the benzodiazepines or the cocaine, because what happens is they utilize the substance for a specific reason, and they may need to go see a psychiatrist, a therapist, or a counselor, which that is the third facet of our treatment. Our service has three facets: the assessment piece, where we make sure that they are appropriate for our service. Then we have the medical stabilization piece, which is the actual inpatient treatment that they receive in the hospital, and the aftercare. The most important part being the aftercare. We make sure to connect them with the appropriate service for whatever issue they have, and we don't cookie cut it. We don't send everybody to a therapist or everybody to a counselor. We individualize it based on the reason why they became addicted
in the first place.
And Donna, we would be remiss if I didn't ask you. Tell us about you and how you got here, and where are you from?
Okay, I first became interested in drug treatment. I worked for the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and I was the new counselor there, so they gave me all the 3621E release patients, which is basically drug and alcohol patients. So I was fascinated with some of the stories that they were telling me about how they became involved in drugs, and I'm like, okay. So then I went to the state of Alabama as a drug counselor, and then I said, you know what, I could help more if I went on the outside of the prison walls and tried to, affect change in that way. So then I ran an outpatient drug treatment center for 7 years, and then got into the hospital setting. So I love it. I love what I do. I'm passionate about it. I can talk about addiction all day. I don't need a script. I don't need, anything in front of me, because, this is what I do. I love it. I love helping people, and how someone can lose almost everything, and then you can get them on the right track, and then they can gain everything they lost and then some. So, I just love, and I graduated from Talladega High School, which is right up the road here. So, and we're in Talladega County. So, I care about the community.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back, Donnell, and talk a little bit more about the specific treatment program that is available. So come right back with us. We'll be right back.
The greatest threat to law enforcement isn't criminals, it's drivers. Roadside crashes are the #1 cause of death for police and state troopers. And not just them. Tow truck drivers, maintenance workers, risking their lives every day. Alabama's Move Over law requires you to safely move over when you see flashing lights on the roadside. And if you can't move over, slow down. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Robo Motors, the name folks around here have counted on since 1986 for quality pre-owned vehicles. At Robo Motors, we can take care of everything, even the loan approval, right here on our lot. From absolute luxury to the tops in practicality, you'll find your ride at Robo. See Dick Wright today for the car or truck you've been looking for. And we can also take care of your storage needs at our many warehouses on Highway 280. Robo Motors, next to Wright Tire Service.
Camping World, the #1 RV and camping expert, would like to introduce you to a whole new world. Say hello to new thrills. Get to know your crew. Moments become great memories. Take a new look. Enjoy freedom. Discover amazing. Say hello to a whole new world. Visit campingworld.com.
The gift you've been looking for is waiting at Carden's Gift Cottage on West Fort Williams. Our friendly staff will show you cool raincoats and all kinds of carry bags, neat signs and heavenly scents, colorful lamps and fun beds for the kids, custom car tags and monograms and just about everything. Plus, new items show up all the time. We'll even wrap it for you too. Heck, we'll even rent you a U-Haul trailer or truck to get it all home. All this, and we make keys too at Carden's in Sylacauga.
Thank you for coming back with us, and we're going to continue our conversation with Donnell Lewis, who is the service coordinator for New Vision at Coosa Valley Medical Center. And before we went to break, Donnell was telling us that he's from Talladega originally, and we're so glad that his roots came and he stayed here, and now his work is coming to fruition. And I can just tell you, just sitting here with Donnell, how passionate he is about the work he does.
Yes, I am.
One of the first things I wanted to ask you coming back is, what are some of the telltale signs of someone who is experiencing addiction? If we have a grandparent out there or a husband or wife who is worried about someone they love, what should they be looking for?
The telltale signs basically are someone that would be disinterested in activities that they would normally be interested in, and they would be more withdrawn. They would start, isolating themselves away from family or friends and want to be left alone, and then they would frequent the doctor, especially they would manufacture things that are wrong with them so they could go to the doctor. And then if you do travel to the doctor with a grandchild, a husband or wife, they would actually tell the doctor, this is the only thing that's going to help me. This is the only thing that's going to help me, because that's the substance that
drug
they want.
seeking.
Yeah, that's drug seeking behavior. And basically alcohol would be someone that really wants to stay at home all the time. When they're used to going out, they will say, well, I'm going shopping. Okay, well, you go ahead, I'll stay here. And then if they smell Listerine or gum all the time, someone that normally wouldn't use Listerine, like in the middle of the day, what they're doing is they're trying to hide it. They're trying to cover it up to keep you from noticing that, okay, you smell like alcohol. Yeah.
So if you have if you are needing these services, what types of insurances? How is this covered? Is it covered with insurance, or is it out of pocket? Or
yes, we have an out of pocket price, but the great thing about the service being in the hospital is we accept Medicare, Medicaid, and any corporate, commercial insurance, because oftentimes the section of society that's left out of drug treatment are the patients with Medicare and Medicaid, because most of your larger inpatient drug treatment centers, they don't accept Medicare and Medicaid, and oftentimes those are the people that need the most help. So we do have a cash price, and they can call the office to get that price, but this service is covered by most of your insurances and Medicare and Medicaid as well.
And we didn't, I don't think we asked, what is the age? What type or what age patient is for your service?
We service adults only, which is 18 and over. We have getting a lot of calls for adolescents, and what we do is we refer those patients to an appropriate agency that could assist with those patients, because like I said, if they call us, we're going to give them a referral or give them a place that can assist them with what they're calling for.
So if you just needed to call somebody and said, hey, this is going on, you could refer on if the patient was not appropriate for your service.
Yes, we could.
How long does someone stay in the hospital here at Coosa Valley in this specific program?
The bulk of our patients stay from 3 to 5 days. That's the inpatient stay. And what we do, that is actually the first step for a person who's trying to get off of drugs or alcohol. That's their first step for their quest for sobriety. The aftercare piece can be anywhere from 6 months to a year. It just depends on the person and what they have going on and the route that they were using, whether especially if it was pain pills or heroin, whether they was snorting it or shooting it up in their veins. So it just depends on that. But we have places in Georgia, South Carolina, Kentucky that we send people for the aftercare. Those are the longer term inpatients, but we do have IOP programs that are local or in Montgomery, Anniston, in the surrounding area. So if someone came to us from Jacksonville, per se, then we would have someone in Anniston for them to go, or we would have meetings for them to go in Montgomery or Birmingham. It just depends on the patient and what their drug use was and how long they've been using.
We're so thankful that this service is available at Coosa Valley. There's also a service available at Brookwood Baptist Citizens, and so between both programs, we have coverage at both hospitals in Talladega County, and they're both fairly new. Coosa Valley's New Vision program since April, and then Brookwood Baptist probably maybe 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, they've been there since January.
Since January. So I know from my experience working at SAFE previously how much this was needed, and we're really blessed in our community that we have this service that is now here in Talladega County.
Yes.
But are you seeing patients come from the surrounding areas as well to New Vision?
Yes, actually we were in Montgomery and we transitioned to Sylacauga, so we still have those same patients that's coming from that area. We've had patients from Prattville, Montgomery, and we have actually had the bulk of our patients come from this area, and we've had patients come as far as Birmingham, Jacksonville. We had a patient from Jacksonville. So the word is getting out, and people like to come to a place that is trusted, a place that has a good reputation, and Coosa Valley has that reputation. So they will travel up to 2 or 3 hours. We actually had patients from Gaston as well that have come to utilize the service at Coosa Valley.
Well, I think one of the great things is that they can come here and know that they're going to be supported and supported for the long term through Coosa Valley and your partners and through the Get Healthy Talladega County network.
Exactly.
And our network is working with the entire family, and we know that addiction touches the entire family.
Yes, it does.
And so as people are using this service, you and other partners at Coosa Valley would be reaching out to the people who are part of our network if they need help with child care, all different kinds, transportation, all those things that a family needs to get through this difficult time so that they can come out better on the other side. And that's just about the entire health of the network and the community as well. But also knowing that there is no shame. It's the strong thing to do.
Exactly.
To go and get the help you need. And you're empowering those people to do that because, or we people. I mean, this is something that touches everyone.
Yes.
Everyone.
And then oftentimes people see me going to get help, a person with an addiction going to get help, they see some shame in it. But the shame comes in when the family members or the community or neighbors see that there's a problem, and then they don't go get the help that they need, especially when it's right in your backyard. It's at Coosa Valley. So if you know someone that needs the help, the service is there. I mean, that's when the shame comes in, when you try to turn a deaf ear to the problem, and when you can refer them to Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Well, or citizens, as they come along as part of our network. But give us your phone number before we go to break so that people will know the number to call at the hospital if they need this service.
Okay, our office number is 256-401-4420.
256-401-4420.
Yes.
All right. Call Donnell and the staff over at Coosa Valley Medical Center in the New Vision unit there, and they'll be happy to help you or connect you with another service. We're going to go to break right now, and then we'll come back with another guest or have an exciting ending to today's show. Thank you.
Recycling, it's nothing new, but how many of us actually do it? What's the point? Every time you toss out something that could be recycled, you're throwing away money. Recyclables are valuable, and when items like these are recycled, they are sold to businesses and made into new products. Alabama's recycling industry employs thousands of people, and more recycling equals more jobs, which equals more money put back in your local economy. See, recycling just makes sense. Let us show you how recycling works in and for Alabama.
You can count on Town and Country Cleaners located at 112 Fort Williams in Sylacauga and 1222 Cherokee Road in Alexander City for all of your cleaning needs. We offer daily specials for all of your laundering and dry cleaning. From laundering your favorite shirt to shoe repair and shine, it's Town & Country Cleaners in Sylacauga and Alexander City.
Camping World would like to introduce you to a whole new world. Say hello to a fresh day. Step out to adventure. Explore and discover an amazing world. Be in arm's reach of wonderful. Camping World, the #1 RV and camping expert, wants you to say hello to a whole new world.
Say hello to great deals during the RV sales event. Visit your local Camping World today.
The gift you've been looking for is waiting at Carden's Gift Cottage on West Fort Williams. Our friendly staff will show you cool raincoats and all kinds of carry bags, neat signs and heavenly scents, colorful lamps and fun beds for the kids, custom car tags and monograms and just about everything. Plus, new items show up all the time. We'll even wrap it for you too. Heck, we'll even rent you a U-Haul trailer or truck to get it all home. All this, and we make keys too at Carden's in Sylacauga.
Thank you for joining us again today on the Get Healthy Talladega County show. I appreciate sharing the studio today with Nancy Dixon, who is the new director of the Get Healthy Talladega County Network, and who's worked for SAFE before. But now we are going to be talking a little bit. Mandy Reams from Southern Dance and Performing Arts is going to be doing a little exercise demonstration for us in a few minutes from the studio. But they've had a great art camp going on over there as well this week. I know my daughter has been participating with Cregar Brown, who's Sylacauga's resident sculptor, and I think you got to go over there and visit.
Yes, I got to
What
watch
were the kids
them.
doing when you were over there?
They were actually working on shape recognition, and they were envisioning, Cregar Brown had them envisioning their own home, and then they were drawing their homes and then taking those pictures home with them to see, does it really look like your house at home? And so it was a lot of shape recognition that day. Yes.
And then yesterday, I believe they did charcoals and pastels. So that was a lot of fun as well for the kids. And that's all part of the Get Healthy Talladega County Network with Southern Dance and Performing Arts. They have many camps that are coming up this summer. And but right now we're going to see Mandy Reams taking us through a couple of routines, I believe, that she does with people throughout the week at Southern Dance and Performing Arts. So we're so thankful to have Mandy as part of our team. So take it away, Mandy.
Moves that we do in our yoga class that we've started here at Southern Dance and Performing Arts. These are exercises that everybody can do. You can follow along with us at home. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you the first 2 series that we do, and then I'm going to break, and then we're going to actually demonstrate it, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to walk you through the second series, and then we're going to put it all together in a fun little routine, and you can just follow along with us at home if you'd like. Okay. We're going to do this morning in our exercise, it's from our warm-up that we do in Pi Yoga. You plant your heels firmly into the ground. If you're seated in a chair, you can also do this at home. Just stay seated. 2 times you're going to extend your arms out to the side, reach all the way up to the sky, extend up, cross in front, open across your shoulder blades. You're going to do that again. Big circle, big reach, cross in front. 2 times you're going to reach over to your right as far as you comfortably can. Feel that stretch down your side. You're going to pull back down, feel the stretch on your other side, and extend back over and then back down. Then you're going to repeat that circle. Extend all the way up, cross in front, open across your shoulder blades, reach up again, cross in front, then you're going to reach over to your left, pull back down, feel that stretch on the other side, reach over and back down. And that is our first series of moves that we do in our warm-up routine. Okay? And our second exercise that we do in our warm-up routine is very simple. You're going to do a chair pose, and all you're doing, it's like you're sitting down in a chair. You're going to bring your hands in the front, and you're going to sit back as low as you comfortably can. You're going to stand up, and then you're going to take your right leg back, and you're going to lunge back as low as you comfortably can. It's all about your level of comfort. So if you can just lunge back here, that's fine. If you can go down lower, that's great. So then you'll go back to your chair, your level of comfort, you'll stand, you'll lunge back, you'll step together. Now as you get more comfortable and you practice this at home, you'll be able to go lower and then also increase the speed, which you will see that we do in the routine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take those 4 exercises that I showed and we're going to put it together to a fun song. And what I found that what we do with exercise, and one of the reasons people love it, is because we make it fun here. We use popular music, and you can do these exercises to any music at home that you like. So I encourage you to find a song and try to do these exercises to a song of your liking, and then maybe you can kind of call us and give us suggestions that we could incorporate on our next series. So chair.
Really appreciate Mandy doing that for us this morning. She ran over and did it for us really quickly to show that demonstration. And people can call the dance studio. I'm not sure, do you?
Call SAFE at 256-245-4343, and we can give all kinds of information about the services, the summer intensives that are going on at Southern Dance and Performing Arts Studio.
And that's right here on Broadway in Sylacauga. We have so many talented people in the city of Sylacauga who are in dance and art and music. So many opportunities for children and adults to hone their skills or learn a new skill, which is always good for getting sharp and maintaining great brain activity. That helps to prevent memory loss and other things in the future.
We have had a full show today. We have had a full show, and it's been a lot of fun talking about all the different things that are going on in Talladega County, and again, getting our thinking towards wellness and how we can be healthy and be a model for our state.
Yes. So we're looking at body, mind and spirit. All right. Well, great. Well, thank you for joining us today. On behalf of Nancy Dixon, the new network director, and myself, Lori Corley, we appreciate you being with us, and we'll see you back real soon.